I'm Chad, and I wanted to welcome you to our virtual open house here. We're in Village Square in Amberley in West Cary. And this is our relatively new listing, 1206 Sandpine Drive. This is a custom home, a little bit on the smaller side for the custom homes in this neighborhood. It's just over 3,000 square feet. It has a great floor plan, first floor master, and it's 4 to 5 bedrooms, depending on how you want to count the third floor, finished third floor, and 4 full baths. It's a really charming house, and I'm excited to share it with you. So as we're sharing this, please feel free to drop in some comments as we're going through, and we'll try to answer those as we go along in the comments section. Well, I wanted to talk a little bit about the location here. Location, as they say in real estate, is really important. And so where we are here in Amberley, we're only about 5 minutes away from the Cisco and NetApp section of the southern end of Research Triangle Park. So really close by, just off of 540. And we actually live in this neighborhood generally, and what we love about it is that you can get to RTP in 5 to 15 minutes. You can get to downtown Raleigh in 20 to 25, 30 minutes, depending on where you're going. And you can get to Durham in 20 minutes, Chapel Hill to 25 minutes. So it's a great central location. If you have two working spouses, then even if you change jobs, this is a very central location to get there. We also have a ton of people who come to this area who work from home, and maybe they just need access to an airport. And so from here, you can get to RDU Airport in about 10 minutes. Legit, you're on 540 and there's no traffic ever getting there from here. So that's a great asset to this immediate community. So we're here on the front porch of 1206 Sandpine, and I wanted to just share a little bit about sort of the across the street. These townhouses here were just completed in 2015, 16, 17, and these were built by MI Homes. Really nice looking, well put together. There's a little park right on the corner there with a bench with a sort of a brick circle in there. Really well done. And then if you scan along here, there's sort of an open parking lot area for some of the townhouses. And then you'll see to the left over here, we've got the back end of some shops. Now, these shops have just opened in the last year, and they took about 3 years to get up and running, and man, it's awesome having them so close by. There is a Sweetwater's Coffee Shop, which is a small chain of coffee shops out of Michigan, and that just opened last June. And then Amberley Local, which is a sort of a brew pub sandwich type shop. It's an expansion off of High Craft Brewery, which was down 55. And they just opened in October, and it's a great community gathering spot here. Wonderful patio. We may see that in a little bit. And then finally, just across the street from the shops, which I don't know if you can see it right through the columns there, but that's how close we are to the clubhouse, the Amberley Clubhouse, that has 2 large pools. It's got a AstroTurf soccer field, a big playground, and just as a gym. All that's within walking distance and is included in the HOAs. HOA dues here are about $90 a month, so $272 a quarter. So you get a ton of value for those HOA dues, and you're so close to it. People who live in close proximity to those amenities really tend to use them more than others across the larger neighborhoods. So that's a little bit about where we are right here. Let's go take a look inside. Well, as I mentioned before, this is a custom home, and you really begin to see the custom features from the front door, entrance door that has lots of glass and lets a ton of light in. That's west facing, so it gets really nice afternoon and evening light coming into the house, into the front part of the house. And then you look at the shadow boxes here in the dining room. This is a front room. Now, not everyone uses a formal dining room, so if you want it, it's here. But many people also are choosing to use these types of spaces now as perhaps a home office or as a sitting room, sort of a casual sitting room aside, in addition to the open space living room that's by the kitchen. So a very versatile room here. We're gonna keep coming through. And as you can see, you come into the more open space kitchen and living room area and eating kitchen. Now, if you want to see pictures of it furnished, we've got the photos on, if you were to go to realtor.com or another MLS bed, the initial photos has the furniture in the listings. So that's a great way to see what this could look like furnished. But as you'll see, again, we've got really nice crown molding up top. That's like 6 to 8 inch crown molding off the top. Really nice details around, sort of the windows are boxed in here. Really showcase fireplace here, gas fireplace. There's a centerpiece for the living room. And the windows off to the side of that look out onto a screened porch. So it's sort of a nice extension between here. I kind of joked with the owners, like, you could take the screen out here on the screen porch and just have like drink service right through the window, right? And, take the dishes in and out. Over here, we've got a dine-in kitchen, sort of a, breakfast room area. But really, many people choose to use this as their main place where they eat and come together. Kids do homework there. We've got, and we'll step up bar top on the island here. So a nice height for stools to be able to eat here. And then you'll see with the kitchen, really nice colored wood here on there. Oh, I know like everyone talks about white kitchens and all, and that's probably going to be in vogue for a while. But I tell you, there's something to be said about having, high-end custom cabinets that were there. That was really, 8 years ago or so when this house was built, that really showcases, a nice design feature for a custom home. Stove and microwave stay with the property. We've got a dishwasher here in front, a double sink as we come in closer. This is really handy. We've got a double sink in our house, and it's nice to be able to do dishes over like that, or just have, 2 areas to stack dishes as you're cleaning. Really nice house. The other thing I noticed is just the height of the ceiling. This is at least a 9-foot ceiling here, and it's just got a really good volume. So big open space concept. If you turn around, we do have a coat closet / broom closet off there. And coming back further into the sort of back of the house. Now, something that, here, we'll showcase this real quick and come back. In Village Square, we have rear entry or alley entrance to the garage. So one of the things that people really love about that is that the fronts of the house, one, there aren't driveways breaking up the main sidewalk, so it makes it a very walkable neighborhood. The other thing is the alleys become a sort of a communal gathering place. This house has very little yard. If you're looking for a big yard, this isn't your house. But I'll tell you, so many people who we see move in to this part of Village Square are folks who really love the feel of a custom home, but they may be downsizing from with the first floor master. It's great for someone who may be an empty nester, is downsizing, wants that first floor accessibility, but also has a low maintenance lifestyle, right? With almost no yard. It's more of like a garden with a front, really you can put a lot of thought and effort into beautifying the front porch and the stairs and flowers in the short front yard there, but it's almost no grass to cut and it's really low maintenance. So that's something that is important. The alley also becomes a social gathering place. Or let me see if I flip on the lights here. The alley becomes a social gathering place, and we'll walk around through the porch to see that, but you'll see we have a side entrance door over there, big wide 2-car garage, and lots of people utilize it. It's fairly tall in here, so we've got some hooks left on the wall for bikes. Over there, here's some like pulley systems for, again, getting stuff up, so you can use a lot of space and have 2 cars in here. Really nice. Some people turn these rooms into shops. Again, they're a good size, and fairly well insulated here, so it can be a really effective extra space for you if you're looking for a shop. Here, this is one of my favorite features of homes, especially you see these in these custom homes. We call it the drop zone. So here we've got a bench, a couple of hooks, an additional shelf. There is a coat closet right behind you in this entrance hall here, but it keeps all that stuff out of view of the main living area. And that's why having this drop zone, if you've got a couple kids or even just, this is your everyday in and out because you're entering and exiting out of the garage mostly to get to leave the house. So this is nicely tucked away in here. We also have the laundry room in here. It's got a utility sink, which is nice and deep. And then over here, a shelf above where the washer and dryer would go. Natural light in here. And again, with the first floor master, having the laundry room on the first floor is a big plus. I think it's just really makes it much more accessible. You can tend to it while in the kitchen and doing stuff, but also, again, if you're primarily first floor living, that's great to have that so close by. So here we are on the porch, and I tell you, porch living in North Carolina is great. If you haven't had a porch before, we spend so much time on our porch, the natural light that comes in, but also just the screens. You know, there aren't a lot of insects or mosquitoes or bees or things like that in this area, but it's very comfortable at nighttime to have the lights on the porch, which typically lights would attract those insects in the evening. But you can really have a sort of private space in here and have the natural light. If you come over here, you can see a little bit the access. This is the alley access to the house. We can go out and take a little bit more view, but you know, from the porch, you've got some shot of your green grass. You can landscape this nicely, but it's just kind of quiet. It does feel private here. So one tree off the back, which as that grows up, it gives you a little shade. Again, we're east facing here, so that's going to be your morning light. And then all day long, this is south here, so you do get natural light coming in to the porch from there. One more thing just to show you on the way out, we sort of skipped past the powder room on the first floor. So again, this is right off the garage entrance from the back. We've got a nice, really charming powder room here. Cool light fixture, nice mirror, very handy. And again, I love the location of that. It's tucked away from the main living area. You see this door here. And so it's a little more private for your guests coming over. Sometimes you'll see powder rooms right off the front door, and it's just sort of exposed to the open, in these open concept homes. The powder room's a little, highly visible. I like how this one's tucked away. Hey, let's go take a look at the master now. So we come from the open space back to the dining room. We've got the front entryway here, lots of natural light again, and into, nice tucked around the corner here. So it's, again, the master's not right off of the main living area. It's tucked in here. This is a great sized room. It's really big in here. We've got the tray ceilings, again, really nice crown molding around both the tray ceiling and the larger room. And this triple window. There's something about triple windows that just they've got this sort of wow factor, big impact. But again, this is west facing. So in the morning time, it's a little on the darker side. You're not gonna have direct sunlight coming in. But in the afternoon into the early evening, you've got really nice warm light coming in as the sun sets lower and lower there. Really nice window treatments that you can put there. And let's see, we'll turn around and check out the master closet. You may have to come in, but it's big. I mean, there's room for all of us. So look at this custom shelving that's in here. There's a sort of a level of shelving all the way around the top here. It comes all the way around, which is great for shoes or storage or winter clothes as you're switching them in and out. And then lots of shelves. Again, a full bookshelf size shelf here. Again, squares, lots of hanging room. Well done closet. And again, there's a ton of storage in this house. So if you're looking to put away coats or more heavy winter clothes, there's lots of area upstairs that you'd be able to put that. Here we are in the master bathroom. Really deep, nice size soaking tub with jets too, which is a nice plus. You don't see that as often in homes in the last few years, but this has a jetted tub, which I think is really nice. Stand-up shower there with a little accent feature around the corner. And then these lights, I mean, take a look at this. This is kind of like one of those mason jar, it kind of reminds me of, but it's a sort of a modern take on it. I like the lighting in here. This little angled his and hers or dual sink. And then a private toilet room over here as well, which just is nice. It makes the bathroom much more usable and accessible. All right, so on the second floor, it's just laid out really well for family. We've got a bonus room right off of the stairs as you come up here. Big room. It's already got pre-wired for speakers and a TV up here on the side. Again, another triple window here that just lets a lot of natural light into this room. but opposite the side of the TV, so you're not going to have glare. Just a great space if you had young kids or if you were crafting. This would be a great room for crafting or just a teen hangout room. Really nice bonus. And double doors here. Look, even the finish here, that's a nice looking door that they have for going into the bonus room. So just open and accessible, but able to close the doors, right, if it's a little loud. We have a hallway, 2 bedrooms here that share a Jack and Jill bathroom. So we'll walk through, but you'll just see that from here. So it has a modern take on a fan. A cool color, easy to paint over if you wanted to, but it's a nice looking color for this room that just kind of gives it a modern take. And then here, I really like how they did this Jack and Jill. So here you've got a sink room for this bedroom here. Then you come in, and this center room is the shower, tub, toilet, a 3rd sink here. It also has hall entrance, so if you're coming from the bonus room, you can access the bathroom from here. Lots of storage for towels and stuff on the second floor. And then you come in towards the 2nd bedroom, and here's its dedicated sink. Again, if you have kids and they're getting ready for school, it just allows them a little separation and private space in the bathroom. While it's shared, it works really nicely for that. Big closet in here. This is another custom closet. We'll take a quick look inside in that closet. Again, wooden shelves painted. They just did it at a high level throughout the room. Over here, there is a 3rd bedroom. I'd say this is a smaller bedroom. This would be great as a nursery. It's kind of tucked away in the 2nd floor here, and it's directly over the master. But this could be a really nice home office if you were looking for that. It's just tucked away, private, has windows on several sides. And this has a big closet in here. You can take a look in there. So if you needed extra storage from the master downstairs, this would be a really nice closet to utilize for that spare storage. We're back in the hallway. And see here, secret door to the 3rd floor. Now, like I said, this total house is a little over 3,000 square feet. I'd say it's about 500 square feet on the 3rd floor, which just gives you that nice extra room. If you have older teenagers or college-age students to come back, it really gives them an opportunity for privacy up there with a full bath. So that's a really nice feature that you have just to give options, right? It could even almost be a 2nd master up there. It's big enough. If you had multi-generational family, you could have a 1st floor master, a 3rd floor master, and you'd have to put in a little extra closets, but there are ways to work around that. And then 3 bedrooms on this middle floor. So lots of options there. Let's take a look. All right, so it just came up the stairs from the 2nd floor to we're now on the 3rd floor, which in these custom home section of Village Square, almost all of those homes have an option for a finished 3rd floor. And I'm really glad they finished this because it's got high ceilings and just a lot of extra room that could be used in so many different ways. This could be a big 5th bedroom, possibly a 2nd master, even if you look at it that way, a very private, or it could be just a kids hangout playroom, depending on sort of what age and needs are. There's a lot of flexibility, and yet it's still at that 3,000 square foot range. It's not so big. It can work in a lot of different ways. We've got a finished 3rd floor, and we actually close the door to it a lot of times when we're just not using the space and turn the AC way down. So we're not using extra energy up there, but we can turn it up and use that space when we need it. So, if you're coming from other parts of the country, I grew up in Northern Virginia and we had a basement and we would use it some. It was often a little musty down there. Basements are a lot less common here in this part of North Carolina. It's more often to see that 3rd floor be finished. So that's sort of where the kids hang out, or could be an extra sort of bedroom that has a lot of privacy. Let's take a look in here. So this is a big space. Look at how much volume there is in here. The high ceilings really make it. I'd say that's at least a 10-foot ceiling, maybe even 11-foot ceiling. It's got a lot of room in here. So I love how they finished this off. This is probably duct work there for the HVAC system, but they finished it off really well. so that you can put cushions up there, a bench, just a nice space with this big window that's south facing. That's going to give you a lot of natural light in here all the time. It's actually just started raining a little bit in here, but even with that, you're still getting a ton of light in here. Come around here. I've seen this set up with a bedroom. If you look at the photos online when the house was furnished, you'll see there was I think it was at least a queen size bed in here that came out. There is unfinished storage here. This is open like attic space. So, but that's probably a 10 by 12 type space just for unfinished storage. Got a little desk built in for an office or homework area, a little circle for computer cords and stuff to come up. More unfinished storage there. And here is finished storage. So as far as if you were to use it as a bedroom, I mean, if it's a game room, kid room, this is great for putting board games up there and having toys down here. You can clean it up and kind of put stuff away. But if you're using it as a bedroom, you've got this hook. So I think this would be perfect for like a college student who's home for the summer, or maybe they're, a kid in their 20s that's just getting started. They would really have their own space up here. We'll turn around and take a look at the bathroom here. And again, it's a good sized bathroom. It's got a full sink here and a big size shower. Again, tall ceilings. So while this bathroom isn't huge, it's actually got a big shower space that feels, again, perfect for a teenager or adult, and then a lot of space up here in the room. So that was 1206 Sandpine in Amberley Village Square. And man, charming house. It has so much to offer and so much flexibility. That's what I really like most about this house. And also, in addition to that, just the location. So this is a great part of Amberley. These are the shops that just opened starting summer of 2019. So they're now fully leased out, and we've got some great options here. There's an Indian grocery store called Green Level Groceries. There's a nail salon. And then we come down here and we've got Blue Waters Coffee and Tea that's just about to reopen in a month or so. And they've got great little breakfast things and an amazing selection of teas and coffees. They're a local small chain based out of Michigan. Over here is Amberley Local, and Amberley Local just opened in October. It is a great place for top draft beers from across the country, wine selection, sandwiches, pretzels, pickles, homemade. I mean, it's really a great spot for people to gather in the community, and kids run around here all the time. So we're gonna come over here. You can see, speaking of kids running around, one thing about Amberley, they're very small yards. And so you don't really have a lot of space for the kids to run in the yards. But there is in Village Square a playground and a dog park that are just for Village Square. And so those are great amenities. They just opened about a few years ago. And then right next to the shops, we're right here. This is what we call the amphitheater. And here, you can see a big grassy area. We've had festivals. We've had a great spot to grab sandwiches or coffee and just come and sit outside in a bigger open space like a park. Last fall, there were 3 Friday nights in a row. We had live music playing down here on the brick terrace there. And then this was filled. We had probably 200-300 people sitting on the lawn here going down on it. So, it's just really community-based. I guess that's the way to share it. There's always stuff going on, places for people to meet up, and we really enjoy that about this part of the neighborhood. If you've got kids or just like to be out and sort of amongst people there, this is right across from great open space to be able to go take advantage and meet your neighbors, spend time with them, and sort of get the most out of what Amberley has to offer. So I hope if you have any questions, let us know. And there are a lot of homes that are coming on the market this summer in this area. So, reach out to us. And if this hits the mark, let's set up a time to go see it. And if you think this may be kind of close, we've got a lot of other homes that are coming on the market. We can take a look at those as well.